times out of 10, I'm not gonna wait for you while you playing.
You know why you gotta wait? You know why you gotta wait? This is all facts I'm about to tell you. You know why you gotta wait? Say we got 100 beautiful women and they all got their shit together. They all got their shit together.
Yeah.
You got 100 men and they handsome dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out them 100 men, seriously, we gonna take 40 away that's gonna go to jail because most black women like black dudes. That's just what it is, and we playing the statistics. So 40 of them gone. Okay. Right? So that leave 100 of y'all compete against 40 men. Now we're gonna take some more men away because if we being real, a lot of dudes are going gay. So we're gonna take 10 from that. Now you dealing with a smaller. This is fact. I'm not bullshit. I'm not bullshit.
No, you're not
You know what I'm saying? So that's 10 away from that. Then we're gonna take another 20 away because they bums.
I got you.
They mama's boys. They don't know how to put their shit together. When shit hit the fan, they're gonna run back to mom. So now you got 15 to 18 solid dudes that 100 women gotta pick from.
Okay.
So y'all gonna wait on the 18, and somebody gonna be side chicks.
Okay.
Am I lying? I'm not lying. That's facts.
That's fine.
So that's why career-driven women, they would rather have a piece of a man. A lot of them.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Why does it take so long for guys to commit?
You tell me you the one that gotta commit.
You don't want to go first?
It's ladies first all the time, baby.
I'm kind of speechless because for the most part, I think men do commit. Men commit. I don't.
You speaking personally?
Just period. Men, especially like, competitive men or men who, go far in their careers. They know how to commit to other things, so they know how to commit to women. I think that a man's not gonna commit to the wrong woman, so that could be an answer. They don't commit to the wrong, if they feel like if it's not gonna be anything in the future, they be committing.
I feel like it's hard for men to commit because men are confused as to what it is women actually want. And the reason we are confused as to what it is women actually want is because they don't know what they actually want, right? So if we entering in this relationship, we dating and we kicking it, right? And you don't know what it is you want, that means that you flailing. So that means that I may read how you moving, interpret it the wrong way, and start giving you shit that you don't really value. And that becomes the downfall of the relationship. Why? Because you didn't correct me. You say, look, okay, I want to go out 2 times a week. I want to have 2 date nights a week. I want to be romanced. I need flowers. I need this. I need that. Whatever. But a lot of women, when they run into a dude that they really like or they fascinated with, or makes they, butterflies in their stomach act up.
I miss those days.
It's just, it's certain bending that happens. And once you bend, that confuses us. So it's like, I don't know what to, she tripping, whatever. But if you would have just held strong on what it is and communicated what it is you really want, which is another thing. Women don't communicate as well as they claim to, but we're going to get to that later on. Don't worry about it.
I don't think it takes long for God to commit. It really just has to deal with the woman that he's dealing with. I think for the most part, guys can feel out how he view a woman at the beginning of their relationship or talking stages or whatever. And so he kind of already knows like how he, what he wants from you, or how, if he sees something long term or if he sees something that, that he just want to smash or something quick. He wants to have fun. He might not look for something long term. But I don't think it depends on the guy, his maturity level, and also the girl that he's dealing with, in my opinion.
I think the reason why it takes so long for men to commit is because they weren't conditioned to.
So.
I mean, it's right. It's
But
not so.
what is there to commit to?
Exactly my point. You guys weren't conditioned to commit.
No. We are willing to commit, but most of these girls out here, they ain't nothing but flings.
Okay, most of these men out here ain't shit.
No.
Y'all not talking about shit. Y'all not doing shit. So, I
one gotta court y'all. How the hell we ain't doing nothing?
You know
we gotta impress y'all.
What's courting to you?
I feel like, you know, especially when it comes to commitment in relationships, I mean, especially if you the right type of guy, you handle yourself. The women on our time, and looking at the ratio, you know what I'm saying? A smart dude gonna know he can play the field as long as he wants, especially if he got his shit together. He the prize. Y'all outnumber us. What one ain't gonna do, you know, the other one to go.
I do think that the realm that we're in these days with dating, the pool is contaminated at this point. So I feel as though when we're dating, it's very hard to, although I might be very outspoken and want to set my standards off rip when I first meet somebody, sometimes me being so boisterous and being so like hard on, it's a turn off sometimes. Some niggas be like, wait a minute, baby, I just wanted to, you know, I'm single, but I ain't looking, but I just kind of want to get something to eat and see what's happening real quick. And then you make your determining factor after that first link up with that person on if you can really like see them dating or going forward with them. So I think it makes it hard. I agree. I feel like we need to communicate off rip what we see each other doing moving forward, but it's hard to have that conversation, and nobody wants to have that awkward conversation because you don't want to necessarily be so like dead on with what you really standing strong on.
Okay,
So I feel like those conversations come a little bit later when you really kind of get to know somebody, maybe after like the second or third link up, and then you can say like, hey, this is what I want to do, or this is what I expect, or this is what I like to do, and then that kind of transcends.
I feel like it doesn't take a man long to commit if it's someone that he cares about, if he likes. But I definitely think it takes long for a man to commit when he has no interest on marrying her. If he doesn't have a thought of marrying her and he just wants sex, absolutely. What's the point of commitment? But if he likes her and he sees a future with her, he will absolutely commit. And he will tell you off rip that that's what he wants to do. I feel like men are very vocal when they want something. Men know how to speak their mind, but they're not gonna say, hey, I'm not gonna have you be my girlfriend. I mean, some girl I'm talking to in 6 months, if they don't really like you. If they like you, they're like, hey, I'm not gonna be talking to you in 6 months. Let's make this official. You're gonna be my girlfriend, and then in a year I plan on being your fiance or whatever the case is.
What's courting to you?
We gotta take you out on a date.
And what kind of date are you taking on? What kind of effort are you putting in?
If I gotta take you out on a date, I care less what it is. We can be going see some
No,
fishes.
see, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
What?
That's not courting. You put in the bare minimum. You're not doing much.
So
and you
courting
think
you is
because
not
what?
taking you
Because
out.
you spend a couple dollars and you take me on a date, that's courting to you?
That is courting.
That's not courting. That's taking me on a date. Courting is showing interest.
So if I spend $40
Courting is
on a
putting
date,
in effort.
I
Courting
need to
is
hear,
being
right?
consistent. That's not what you're doing. You saying that you're a date to go see fishes is not. It's not intriguing me. It's not doing anything.
So
for me.
what intrigues you?
That's relative to every woman.
What intrigues
doesn't
you? We
matter
got
to
you
you.
on camera right now. What intrigues
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you.
It does.
I don't think
Because
it
it
does.
determines what I'm gonna do for you.
Effort matters to me.
But we can put
Effort
in bare
matters.
minimum from y'all. Y'all gonna do whatever.
To who? which woman?
Y'all been to the men wheels that y'all like. Am I lying?
That's your.
He can
it
be a
depends
shitbag,
on-
but
it
if he
depends
look
on
good
the
and your
woman.
friends like him,
That's not true. That's not true. Who are you talking to? Are you talking about women or are you talking about girls? Because who we talking
we
about?
talking about women.
We not talking about women.
Well, yeah, I think women are the reason why men don't commit. If you don't make him commit, they don't commit, they submit, right? So if you don't make him submit or
I don't know about
commit, they do. You have to kind of put the pressure on it, or you have to set that expectation. And if you don't, they're just living their daily life.
Yeah.
If you don't kind of put the pressure on it, or let him know that that's what you have in mind, or that's the only, you're not going to settle if he doesn't commit, then he won't. And I think maybe they have so many options. Like, why would you commit to one? Men have so many options, and so much temptation. But even with that, I still think that, like, overall, men commit.
Meeting up with somebody for the first time and setting those standards early, I just think it just caused too much confusion and too much turmoil, because you really just know somebody based off of like a dating app or social media, and then when you really meet that person, you're like, he can't really talk well, or he don't really know, he don't know how to say salmon, he say salmon. And I mean, it be stuff like that, like, you know what I mean, like those are things that are really like gonna put on, and you like, oh, wait a minute, now I ain't know he cute now, but I ain't really know he was quick.
I do feel like a man will only do what a woman allows him to do. And so when I say that, I feel like if you are starting a relationship off and you're getting ran over as a female, he's able to, communicate with you as much as he wants to or whenever he wants to, or, he's able to, just walk in and out of your life as he pleases, then he's going to continue to do that. And if you don't nip that in the bud quick, then he's gonna prolong it.
Women is entertaining men if they don't like. 9 times out of 10, they probably got a bag or something that's
even
desirable
if
to
she
them.
like him, he
No,
could be a dirt bag.
Bro, that means she a bum ass woman. What the fuck? That's on you, shit. Like if you dating somebody, if you dating a woman that's fucking with you because and you don't got shit and you only can give her dick, then that's on her. And that's
that
on
ain't
you
my fault.
too.
She like me
That's
more
your
than I like
standard.
her. That ain't got nothing to
No.
do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm gonna court you the way I'm gonna court you. If I can spend $40 a hit, you damn well right I'm gonna spend $40 a hit. If I gotta spend $200, you better believe I'm gonna hit.
Okay.
But women make it like that. So why should I commit to y'all? We gonna wait till we looking at that one that's in college, get her career together. She ain't really out here doing nothing. We gonna go do the other ones dirty, and the one she thought she was the man, we gonna drop her in 10 years.
So you like to play? Okay, so you like to play games.
That ain't games.
That plays into why.
That ain't got nothing to do
why
with me that she don't know the
But
finesse
why are
game.
you entertaining women?
I think they do. I think every man will commit on his own time, but like to get a man to commit, that woman's gonna have to prove to us that she's the only option. Like she doing something different or bringing something different to the table. Because I mean, speaking from the guys I know in the circle I run with, we know what we bring it to the table. So it's like, and we know what's out there.
It's hard to like come off so strong and say like, this is what I like to do. This is what I like to drink. This is what I like to eat. I like my feet rubbed when I get off of work. I like my candles lit when I get home. Like, it's a lot. So I feel like you don't get to set those boundaries until like 3rd, 4th date. Now, if the conversation flows and it rips really good, then you can do that. But those first encounters, and the reason why I think men use that as like a crutch, because they like, oh, okay, wait a minute, I know what type of female she is. She's this, she's that. I'm gonna put her in this category, so I'm gonna approach her this way and do these things because I know this is what she really like. When a lot of times when you first meet somebody, everybody kind of putting on.
True.
You know what I mean? Like you're not really showing like the real you because you're not in the moments where you can show how you will react in those moments until they happen.
Right.
So like when you're on a first date, everybody is trying to put their best foot forward.
If y'all get engaged and he waited 2-3 years without, y'all having a wedding, it's because you're allowing that to happen. If you be like, no, after a year, we ain't married, after being engaged after a year, then it's a wrap.
You don't want a woman to press it either.
No, you don't want them to press it, but you just gotta know. Like, I feel like it shouldn't take that long. Like, if I decide to give you a ring or work towards that, and we are there. I mean, I'm not saying that your financial shit has to be perfect, but if it's taking 3, 4, 5 years for the wedding, then I feel like it either could be you or me, but one of us is feeling a disconnect.
Is it wrong if you call it off?
What's your reason for calling it off?
I'm saying, would it be wrong? I'm saying, because we're waiting 3-4 years.
Oh, yeah, no, hell no. I mean, it's not.
If we're waiting 3 years, is it wrong to call it off?
If you wait 3 years, you need to call it off, because it's not a priority in his mind. So I feel like in that situation, we going a little bit further, but that's just how I feel.
Are you entertaining women that you don't like or that you don't see a future in or that don't fit what you're looking
like
for?
sex.
Men like
women
games.
forget.
No, women like games. Women like sex. Women like sex, and men
Women-
are liars.
women like
okay, so
commitment
okay,
sex.
great. Let's even play into your narrative. Are you honest with these women about what you
It
want, or
don't
you
matter.
just
It don't
okay,
matter.
right? So you're a liar and
No,
you like to
no,
fuck.
no.
So that
I
means
said it
that
don't matter.
it matters. It matters. So that means that you don't have integrity. So that means that you're just going around doing whatever you want to do.
What part of the game?
It ain't right.
is
You like to
written
play
that I
games.
gotta
So
have
say you
integrity.
like to play games, and we can leave it at that. No, you're playing because you like to
How
play
am I
games.
playing games when I have to court you? I'm spending money. I'm
Do you
spending
have
money,
to,
right?
according to you, you don't have to court anything. You can spend $5 and
If I gotta
put
move
in a
my
nice
car, I'm spending money, right? If I have to move my car, I gotta go get gas, right? I'm
Bro,
spending
that's
money.
prepaid money, bro. You was gonna spend that shit
I
regardless.
could stay at home. You want
Well, it don't. I mean, but you like pussy though, right? So I mean, it is what it is.
it's
That's
a
not
fair
courting.
exchange.
It's not courting though.
So what does a woman have to bring to the table to get a man to commit?
I ain't even saying bring to the table. Each dude's looking for what he wants out of the woman that he wants to be with. So like speaking from experience, like with my wife, she separated herself. It started out as just playing the game, same thing, bunch of girls. I didn't want to commit to one, but she started doing things that were different. That showed me that, you know what I'm saying, well, she might be worth investing
specifically,
in. Like
inquiring minds want to know.
You'll have chicks come over, you'll leave them at the crib, you come back, because I was an athlete, same stuff still around. You know what I'm saying? Like small stuff I didn't even notice at first. So, you know, at first you just playing the field. Then later on, you know, she start coming around. She kick it. I come back. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Practice early in the morning. I get back. Oh damn, you know, shit picked up. It's breakfast in the kitchen. Like, oh damn, you got up and cooked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like, oh, okay, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Then by continuing those traits, I started to look at her differently and noticing other things.
So she made your life easier.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I think you're trying to put your best foot forward when you're dating the wrong way.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is this. Just like you said, right? Like, I mean, let's just be honest. Women say they value honesty and they value, hey, just tell me what you want from me. Tell me what it is.
Okay, let me interject real quick with that value honesty.
Go ahead.
We don't like honesty, but we appreciate it. Okay? You tell me we on a date and my breath stank. I might not want you to say that, but I appreciate you keeping it a buck with me. I appreciate, because at the end of the day, I can't say, damn, he was a lame ass nigga and he really ain't even keep it honest with me.
Right.
If you can keep it honest, and at the end of if we ever was to cut ties, I can always say, well, he was always honest.
So you
I never had to question his character, but nobody likes honesty. Who really likes honesty? Like, who really out here like, tell me the truth? And I promise I ain't gonna get mad. No, bitch, I'm gonna be mad. But I appreciate you telling me the truth, because now you walking somewhere and you be like, damn, she bow-legged as hell. When you might walk past a mirror, you be like, let me make sure I kind of, you know what I mean? Because that honest thought that somebody told you back in the day, that's in your head as you're walking through life. So it's like the honesty, nobody likes it, but it's just always gonna be something in the back of your memory.
Well, I was gonna say, what if she calls it off?
If she calls it off, then I mean, if a girl is calling off the wedding because the guy's taking too long, or the wedding is not coming, or it's just more so about communication. Like, if we're not having the talks of like, what we gonna, what's a date, or a date's not coming up, or we not planning the pre-plans for the marriage within like 3 or 4 years after I already asked you to marry me, then that's just giving you hints that he's not ready or he's not financially. Now it's up to you to know your dude, or whether or not is he doing this because he don't got the money, or he doing this because he just not as interested
if he doesn't have the money, he shouldn't have asked me to marry him in the first place. I feel like, honestly, I feel like men, they do not commit and ask a woman to marry them unless they're financially stable. I hear that so much. They're like, I'm not asking a woman to marry me knowing that we could potentially have children, potentially have to buy a house, potentially have to pay for a wedding, potentially have to, and then they're not financially stable. If you're working at McDonald's but you have a dream to have a $500,000 house, how's that gonna correlate with each other?
No, I agree with you.
It's not courting though.
That's courting.
It's not
If
courting.
I have to pick you up to go do anything, I'm on your time.
So that's courting to you?
That is courting.
The bar is low.
How is the bar low?
The bar is low. You think that you driving to my house is
No,
courting to you? You think that you picking me up is courting me?
That is courting. Because
Are you out of your mind?
We're going somewhere. They like, I'm picking you up and we're going around the corner
Like
and I'm
I
dropping
said,
you off.
the bar is low. This is our example right here. You think
and y'all
you
set
think,
the bar low for us, right?
like I said, that's
'Cause
your
if-
choice
no, no,
of
if we
women.
gonna keep
Just
it a
like
stack.
just like we pick what kind of man that we want, and like the man who do the bare minimum. You picking a girl that's gonna let you just pick her up, and that's it, and that's
The
courting.
prettiest women on the planet take the bare
That
minimum.
mean, nah, like I said.
Am I lying? The prettiest women on the planet take the bare minimum.
The prettiest insecure who don't know
And
their
a
worth
lot
and
of
don't
them
have
be
shit to
bums.
offer women.
A lot of
They don't
them
have
be
much to
bums.
offer, and so that means that they probably accept what they think they deserve, but that's on them.
I feel like the man committing is all on the woman. It's all on the woman, whether he commits or not, whether he commits to you or not, because he's gonna commit to somebody. So it's up to you to put that expectation and figure out through conversation what he needs and provide that. I think if you do that, you'll have no problem getting him to commit. And it doesn't take forever either. 6 months. No.
6 months.
6 months tops. Dating, if you're dating somebody for 6 months and they're not committing to you, it's time to go to the next one. He's not gonna commit. Yeah.
Right. So how can we ever date properly if just like you said, we don't like honesty. So that means
Right.
okay, let's come into this shit line.
But no, I don't know. Let's not do that. But you know, if somebody tell
omitting.
me,
But
okay, and that's not a good approach either. But I do feel like if somebody is being honest with you, that means that they really have your best interest at heart. Nobody truly likes the honest truth, but if you're being honest, I know that you really don't mean much harm.
Whoa. So you saying that a man that's being completely, bluntly honest with you, he cares about you?
No. When we first dated, no. I mean, honestly, when we first dating, it's best to be completely honest. Say everything that you need to say when we first up in the first 2-3 months of us dating. Tell me all your deepest secrets, if you desire to say that. In essence of anything that you feel that I need to know that will possibly come up later on.
Is it selfish for that man to not want a commitment but still want a woman in their life?
Hell yeah.
No, it's selfish. It is selfish. But I feel like majority of men is like that. I mean, we always want a woman in our life. Even if in a relationship, we might want you in our life, but we might not want to be in the same room with you at some point.
Let's be honest, Nigel.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Let's talk about it.
A man probably wants you sexually and wants everything that you get of being commitment without saying you're my girlfriend.
No, most men do want that, but again,
there's no man being like, oh, just hold my hand in the park. No,
I'm with you.
They want to fuck.
No, most men just want to fuck. He just want to be able to.
All right.
He want to be able to get his rocks off when and whenever he want to.
And it be his though. And it be his. She
his.
can't go talk to other people because
agreed.
he would just.
I 100% agree with you, but like I said earlier, it's up to the woman on how long or if she even going to allow that. If she allows that early, if she allows him to be able to get some ass without putting in the work, or whatever, getting all the girlfriend benefits and all that shit without putting in the work, then he's gonna continue to do that until you stop that. Until you go, oh no, you're not finna do this, you're not finna stay tonight, or you ain't doing this, or you ain't communicating consistently, or you're not taking me out. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the woman to allow that.
Absolutely.
If she's allowed that, then most niggas, most guys, not even talking about in Atlanta, period, they gonna continue to run over you because it's easy, it's convenient.
Right.
And he gonna choose you as such.
Both of y'all really not shit, so y'all kind of deserve each other. And that bare minimum shit can work with y'all.
How is a man not shit when we are conditioned to be like, hey, I'm gonna hit
y'all conditioned to
all
not
the
be shit.
I'm gonna hit
That's
all
true.
But we
It's
talking
not your
commitment. We not hesitating on commitment. The moment we see a woman that got her shit together, we know she ain't gonna let us play these type of games. We like, all right, when I'm ready to approach her, I know what time I gotta be on. That's totally different from a woman that I see out and I gotta be like, all right, let me see what she on. And if she crazy as hell, I just want to hit. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Okay.
It's that easy.
If you're listening, if you're actively listening, and then you go back and apply that information, it is that easy. I think people need to stop going into relationships based on what they want. You already know what you want. You have to figure out what the other person wants and if that aligns with what you want. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I just don't think it's that simple because like it's so many women just caught in the merry-go-round. I think it's a lot of stuff that might affect that where she. It's dudes out here been dating girls for like 12 years, like.
But whose fault is that? The man's fault or the woman's fault?
I mean, shit, you right, it's y'all fault. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's that easy to commit. It might be easy to, like 6 months. Are we talking like 6 months? I want you to be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Cause like, nah, he.
How are you dating somebody for 6 months?
He not committed just cause you his girlfriend.
Well. Are we talking about commit to marriage? Because I'm not
talking about that. Like, it's a lot of girlfriends that ain't in committed relationship.
There's a lot of girlfriends that are not in committed relationships.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not your girlfriend.
It just depends. You know what I'm saying?
But when I'm talking about commit, I'm talking about commit to a relationship. I'm not talking about commit to marriage. That's a whole different. I'm not qualified.
Oh, well, yeah, I know a lot of guys that'll do that. Yeah, a lot of guys will take the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, or less. 6 dates.
These dates must be amazing.
They gotta be. That's it.
Okay, so question just real quick. You meet a guy, you like him. Y'all on your first date. You ask him, okay, hey, you talking to other people? And he say, yeah, I got 6 women I'm talking to, but I'm on this date with you. Would that rub you the wrong way?
No, be cautious. So let the games begin. Let's run it.
So is that you or is that most women?
I ain't gonna say that's everybody, but when you're a woman and you know what you bring to the table, it's no problem. So if I feel like I'm that one and I know what the hell I bring, then let's run it. You might have to come down to the final three and you might need to make your decision, Flavor Flav. But who gonna get the clock?
Well, okay.
Women should have at least 3 standards that they're like, absolutely not. If they don't have these 3 things, it's a dub. And you have to be stern to it.
Right. What's them 3 standards?
Of mine?
Yeah.
Can't even tell you out loud because I don't want people to know. I want them to come in naturally with those 3 things instead of me saying it and then they try to pretend like they have it. And then in 10 years, I figure out they don't have that naturally and then I'm mad.
Right.
With the things that I want it to come naturally, and I feel like every woman should have those 3 things. Men too, honestly.
Right.
Everyone should have those 3 things that they're rock solid on. And they're like, well, she kinda, then no, it's not the one for you. Because everybody is happy in their own way.
Okay, so the question remains, that's why men take so long to commit because they like to play the game, right?
It ain't a game though.
You just said that y'all were playing the game.
It ain't
But
really a
you
game.
said that
It's
you were
just
playing the
over
game.
here. I know what I gotta do, and with this woman, she's gonna be bad.
So you want to be a child.
How is that a
'Cause you
child?
wanna be
It ain't my fault. She ain't got her shit together
I
like
mean,
the other woman.
but you know the woman that do got that shit together, and you staying away from her, and you want to play with the woman that don't.
I'm
got
not
shit
playing with
together.
her feelings though.
You playing with her pussy? I mean, what's the
No,
difference?
I'm not touching
What's
her.
the
She is
difference?
sacred.
You literally said.
She is sacred.
I'm not
I'm saying when I
saying
step to her, I'm potentially gonna let go of all my women.
Okay, great.
But on the other hand, if I'm not ready for commitment, why would I go disturb the woman I know I should be with?
Exactly. Okay, but what if she don't even want? You don't even know if she wants
She
you.
want me.
You don't know
She
that.
want me.
You don't know that.
She want me.
You're overly confident.
No,
and that's cute.
You
and
sent,
you should be.
you sent her that slow text message. Hey, how you doing? I've been watching you out here. And then
Now
y'all
she
cannot
think
speak
you
for like
weird.
3-4
She
months.
thinks that you're
She
weird.
don't think you weird. Y'all
She
got a
first-
rapport.
and that-
As a man, right? I feel like I can just speak from my perspective. I think the difficulty in committing is we typically have a woman like a single man. We talking about a man that's handsome, kind of like me. But what I'm saying is like he's handsome and he has his pick of women, right? He typically has 4 or 5 on the roster, whatever. I got a chick that cook well.
Okay.
I got a chick that talk good.
Okay.
I got a chick that got money.
Okay.
I got a chick that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we
Different
have 4 or
things
5
for
women that
different
fills all these
entities.
roles, right?
Women
So,
do the same.
right. So it's like when we run
Plumbing,
into,
cooking.
I don't know about cooking, but
Men can cook. Go ahead though.
okay, true. So the difficulty is, how do I walk away from that for a woman that I know is not going to be able to fill all those roles?
If a person like has the 3 things or has like 2 of the things, I will let them know that they have those 2 or 3 or, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to be like, hey, these are the 3 things, I hope you have them. Because then they're going to do the most of.
So
If I was like, hey, Nigel, or no, hey, Joe, I love when you wear blue. Joe wearing blue for the rest of the week. He's gonna wear blue all week because he was like, shit, Aziz, right? Right, Joe's gonna wear blue, but then let me tell you something. Once he got me, and once he sees that I like him, like, damn, he look good in that blue.
Right.
In 4 months, he gonna be like, shit, I would throw on this red shirt because I damn sure like this red shirt. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on
Exactly.
This is all facts I'm about to tell you. You know why you gotta wait? Say we got 100 beautiful women and they all got their shit together. They all got their shit together.
Yeah.
You got 100 men and they handsome dudes, right? Out them 100 men, seriously, we gonna take 40 away that's gonna go to jail because most black women like black dudes. That's just what it is. And we playing the statistics. So 40 of them gone.
Okay.
Right? So that leaves 100 of y'all compete against 40 men. Now we're gonna take some more men away because if we being real, a lot of dudes are going gay. So we're gonna take 10 from that. Now you dealing with a smaller. This is fact. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not
No,
bullshitting.
you're not
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
that's 10 away from that. Then we're gonna take another 20 away because they bums.
I got you.
They mama's
following.
boys. They don't know how to put their shit together. When
Right.
shit hit the fan, they gonna run back to mom. So now you got 15 to 18 solid dudes that 100 women gotta pick from.
Okay.
So y'all gonna wait on the 18, and somebody gonna be side chicks.
Okay.
Am I lying? I'm not lying. That's facts.
I don't think it's selfish to want a woman in your life, but not a relationship as long as you keep it honest. If you are upfront about it, it's not selfish at all because the woman has a choice of whether she's going to be involved in that kind of relationship. If you lie about it and, That's selfish and a lot of other things.
It ain't selfish. I mean, everybody want their cake and eat it too. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, so in your opinion, it might not be selfish. You can't help it if the other person feels that way. But I think what you said is key. If you're honest with them, who cares how they feel? You told them what it was.
Right.
So this is the issue that I have with you young men.
She done moved a couple.
I have to because it bothers me that I don't. What like has my like brain just like ticking all the time. It's like when you really like fuck with somebody or you really like somebody and you really see that like, you know what, she got out of the damn 30 things on my list, she got 20 of them. 10 of them need a little bit of improvement or a little bit of tweaking. What's wrong with teaching? What's wrong with elevating and coming to a compromise on what you guys can do for each other? Maybe you, like for instance with the cooking, let's just say maybe she not the best cook. She can cook up, she can whip up a little something when she need to whip it up. Maybe it's nerve-wracking for her. Maybe she doesn't come from that background where she had people cooking for her or seen a lot of women in her life cooking. So when y'all are dating or y'all are living together, why not like, baby, come on, let's cook tonight.
Okay, now
Let's get a recipe and let's do it.
I feel like women find one thing that they like about a guy and they feel like they can change the rest.
Wait, what?
I feel like women find one thing they like about a guy and they feel like they can change the rest over time.
Because they find one thing that they like?
I feel like when you initially talk to a guy, it's one thing that you can like about him, and that's good enough for you. And you feel like all the negative shit you don't like, you can try to change over time, versus just looking at him for who he is from the beginning.
Right, and that's why I say I have those three things. If you don't got them, you can go.
Right, though,
and you don't have it naturally.
You're 1%er. Most women ain't doing that. They find one thing, or he got a good job, but he a bad human being. I can probably change that over time.
That's fine.
So that's why career-driven women, they would rather have a piece of a man. A lot of them. Because they know either they gonna settle for this bum that's gonna play the station all day, that bitch gonna be smoking when they come in, or they gonna goddamn wait on these 18 dudes to say, hey, I'm gonna choose you. And then the other ones are gonna compete to be side chicks. This is just what it is. Because you're gonna find more good women than good men out here. And most black women like black men. And it's a small pool of us that's doing really well out here that's good men. So that's why we don't commit like that. Why when it's so plentiful?
I mean,
it's
like
going in the garden picking
but I've already made that point. And that's cute. Like I really think what you said is cute, and I really like the analogy.
Right? That's right.
You like to play games.
Why do women feel like they can change men? Because they're projecting. They're just projecting what they want. They're projecting their own thing onto that man and not really listening and actively participating in his life. She's all about herself. So I think women who try to change men are kind of narcissistic and they can't see beyond themselves and what they want.
You need to write a book for him, cause like I ain't even really gotta say nothing. She just told you about it. I ain't gotta dig a hole.
There's another side to it, you know. I think a lot of times because we're nurturers and we see potential in people. So if you meet somebody and say, well, he just needs to be tweaked this kind of way, he'll be such a good man. I see the future, I see his potential. Let me just push him to that. I think that's another reason why women try to change men, because they see the potential and they fall in love with who they could be, and they're not really working with what they have.
Certain people you can teach.
Right.
Certain people you can't. And this is an example of what I'm saying. Say, for instance, a guy's 5'2", right? Like, you can teach him the exercises to dunk. Like, you can teach him, hey, work on your squats. Hey, do all this stuff. He's 5'2". He's never going to. You know what I'm saying? So when you run into a chick that's like that, right? Like, you try to coach her, you try to teach her, but she doesn't.
Give me an example on what you would like. Cooking is a skill that can be taught. Right. And people can get that down pat.
Okay.
And that's what niggas love the damn frenzy about. Like, she gotta cook. Like, the bitch could be Molly the maid, and if her cooking skills is on a 5, you're not like, sis, I mean, you clean the hell out that toilet, but in the bottom of that toilet bowl, but you do not have the cooking skills to get where I need you to get. I feel like cooking can be taught. True. Now, you being 5'2" and try to dunk, baby, that's inevitable. You're not gonna get there.
But do you know what I equate it to in returns of relationships? Sex.
You know what men have a lot of? Entitlement. Cause what the hell?
So you don't like confidence in your man?
What makes you think that I'm a woman that has my shit together? I got my degree, I got my money, my business. I'm gonna wait for you.
You know why?
I'm not.
You know why you gonna wait?
I won't.
Because you're not gonna settle for this bum right here.
I got my shit together. You know how many quality men? That's the thing. That's where you're from. There's so many quality men out here.
Yeah, quality men is playing PlayStation.
Quality women attract quality men. That's why bum ass women attract bum ass men.
Later on, not when they're young.
You don't know what they. You don't know their journey. You don't know when she's gonna come in contact with.
All right,
but I guarantee, because you know what you think. Men think they got time. Y'all don't. Unless we give it to you. Because you said it's all about us, right? So if I give you my time and I give you the opportunity to wait, maybe. But if I have my shit together and I know what I want, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to wait for you.
Men value sex greatly. Like that's like top one on our list. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you run into that, right?
So you don't think nobody can be taught?
I didn't say nobody. I said a lot of people can't. A lot of people have things that are non-negotiable.
But that's the thing too. Like I feel like sex is so like personalized. Like
but,
no. I'm just I'm just speaking on a realm. I'm speaking about myself. I'm just speaking on a realm. So what I'm saying is I feel like it's very like personalized. Like some men might like certain things in the bed that your average guy that you done dealt with before them may not like.
Right.
Some men may like fast, slow, upside down, inside out. Like it's all different type of things. Some men may like oral versus like, you know, like it's so many different things that you can really like. I feel like you can teach.
And you're right, skill wise. But want to, you can't teach.
Oh, okay.
Frequency, you can't teach.
Okay.
What does a woman have to bring to the table to make a man commit?
Who came up with these questions? Damn, Nigel.
Not me. I ain't come with the last three. It's not nothing like, you know, pinpoint, you know, in particular. Like, it's just, I think that you just gotta be yourself. It's just, what are you attracted to?
I feel like you should be honest. Okay.
A dude can tell you off the rip, look, baby, I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm just looking to have fun. If you like him more than he like you gonna try to force that man into a relationship. Okay. Am I lying?
Do you not go with it?
If she gonna let me beat, I'm gonna go with whatever she gonna let me do.
And that's, like I said,
and the moment
you're further proving my narrative that men are selfish,
we not
entitled,
selfish. We just
and
know what we
play
want.
games, bro.
We entitled,
you play
but we know
games.
what we
Okay,
want.
but you play games, bro. Like you play games. If you really was like about that shit and you really had integrity and you weren't playing games, and you wouldn't even fuck with her because she's not emotionally mature enough to deal with.
So you mean to tell me I don't
why
fuck
don't
with
you?
no
Okay,
woman?
my question is, why don't you deal with emotionally mature women? If there's a woman that you can approach and say, hey, I just want to fuck you. I don't even want to be committed to you. And she's like, okay, great. Well, let's do this. Why?
I'm gonna tell you why.
And you know at the end result that she's probably gonna be crazy. She's gonna, act. Yes, they do. They act emotionally irrational, and you be sitting there looking like boo boo the fool, not understanding why, and you dicking them down. Like, I don't even want to.
A big hurdle for men in commitment is that, okay, when we get in this relationship, again, just like I remember those 5 women I named earlier, we having sex with all of those women, right? So it's like whenever we want it. So if I call her Jenny on Tuesday, she pulling up. I call Janice on Wednesday, she pulling up. I call Barbara or Brittany on Friday, she pulling up.
I was gonna say, I hope her name ain't Barbara.
I mean, hey, man, you never know. But what I'm saying is this, right, is that I have my option. I have my pick. There's never a day that I'm horny that I will go without. But when you cut all them off and you be with one woman, there are days that she's not going to want to have sex.
Yes, but
right?
goddamn.
But look.
Is she a sex like?
What I look for in a woman, period, man, it's just personality, style. I think sex appeal is very big in my book. For me, it's just about, being able to hold my attention, to a degree. I mean, you gotta be yourself, be honest, have goals, plans. Also just, being able to, be open to trying new things, for the most part. For me, I like to laugh, bro, and I want to be able to laugh with you doing like the simple shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the most part, I think that's what's more attractive to me.
If you out here picking from the fucking cherry tree, and you know that there's quality women out here, and you don't want to commit, and you know you don't want to commit, and you know that you have. So you're playing, and that's fine. It's playing. You're not doing anything. Are you doing anything serious?
With the other one,
because you clearly said that you can look and say, "Oh, she got her shit together." I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so you know what it looks like.
I'm not gonna bother
it knows
her.
What it, right? Why won't you bother her? Because why?
Because I don't want to taint her with the image I'm gonna.
Okay. And what's the image that you're leaving?
I'm on these
Okay, and these hoes are playing games, right?
No, for a single man, for real, every single dude, for real, they ain't gonna just come to you. Hey, look, I got 12 women. I'm seeing.
You
look,
playing
you
the
can be
field.
the
You playing games. That's the
Ain't
same
no
shit.
dude
You
gonna tell
playing
you that,
bro. Even if you fucking 5 women and you know women are emotional, you gonna say what you gotta say to go and to fuck them.
Exactly.
Out of 10 women, 5 of them probably gonna really like you and want to be with you. Okay, and you gonna probably lie and lead them on so you can continue to fuck them until you decide, until you weeding them down to the one that you like the most, and then you gonna date her for a little bit and then leave her and go find a woman
what's the problem?
it's a
Go ahead, give me them 3 lists so I can put them in my book.
Okay. The first one is chivalry, right? I genuinely like a nice man. Like all that trying to play cool, act hard, I don't like that. I like a chivalrous man. I like when you open my door. I just genuinely like a nice man. Why can't, like, it's cool. I want you to carry a pistol. Carry that, you know what I'm saying? Carry that pistol.
Yeah.
But I want you to be nice to me. Why can't you be sweet to your woman?
I'm good with
You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely like that. So chivalry is really, really big to me.
This is a question that I think a lot of women always want to know about men. Like, some men, like, you meet some men who have had sex so much and started so young and was just doing it all throughout their college years, had bitches in and out, maybe 4 bitches a day, 5 days a week, in and out, just rotating them, right? You meet some guys who maybe get in a relationship and their sex drive kind of decreases as much, right?
True.
And you may have the woman who is always ready to pounce and hunch on some after she leave brunch on Saturday.
Shout out to them, but continue.
Period. Right. So like the thing is like, what's a compromise time, or like what's a compromise amount of times a week? Like,
Glad you asked. Let me cut you off like that. Glad you asked.
And another thing with chivalry, let me throw that out there, is one thing about men, they do what they can at first to get you, right? Like extra nice, extra sweet, let's go on this date, let's do this, and da 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 da. And then they get you and then that shit dies down. I want the same man that got me to be the same man in 10 years, 50 years. I cannot stand when a man is like extra going hard at first and then he's like, well shit, she's my girlfriend now, so I don't gotta be as hard.
You good morning text at the beginning, and now
And
you
then-
talking about shit, communication work both ways. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm like, but granted, it does though. But it does because I know as much as I want that good morning text, he wants it too. So absolutely, it does work both ways. But I want you to know that that's what I like. Like, if you started off with that,
I'm with you.
why not finish with it? Like, always be that guy for me.
Okay.
ladies, listen.
Glad you asked.
Mommies, daddies, all of y'all listen.
Listen, okay, look. As a man, right? When we are courting women, right? Again, these 5 I named or whatever.
Okay.
But you stand out from these 5, so
Okay.
we're willing to cut them off.
Okay.
The difference is this, right? We want the amount of sex that you advertised when you were competing with these other 5 women. And that's the issue, right? It's like, okay, when you were competing, we having sex 5 times a week. Now that you got me and I done cut all my hoes off, that done dropped to 1 time a week.
No.
And that's the issue.
Now, see, I can't agree with that now. You bring it, whatever you bring it to the table, you got to continue to keep that momentum up. I will agree. Now.
Okay, wait, let me stop you. Question is, do most women?
No.
Bingo.
Most
Say
women
what you
don't.
answer.
But
But continue. Continue.
If a man approach a woman and just kept it a buck with her, just, hey, look, I think you're gorgeous. I just want to hit. She ain't gonna speak to that man.
Some do. There are women that do that. Am I right? So I'm wrong? Are you telling me that I'm wrong?
The odds of that. What's
It
the odds
doesn't
of that?
matter. There's
What's
a
the odds
ratio
of
to
that?
everything. It doesn't matter.
We
There's a
talking
ratio to
95%
everything.
of her never.
Okay, so again, you're selfish, bro. If you can't be honest, if you gonna be a hoe and pick from the cherry tree, be consistent in that and own up to that shit and be like, listen, I'm only dealing with women that's gonna, the pool of women, just so we got a pool of men that's great in quality, there's a pool of women that do the same shit that you do. But instead of doing
But
the work,
she might not be one of them, so I gotta finesse her a little more.
you're a liar.
That's
Finesse
not
is
lying.
lying. Finesse is bending
No,
the truth.
but-
Finesse
but
is
hey,
bending the
I'm
truth.
not lying.
You're
I'm giving
lying.
you the
You're
truth.
not
It ain't
telling me
my
the
fault you
whole
don't see the
truth.
hoes in it.
And no, the whole truth is not, the half truth is not.
The half truth, it ain't my fault
It's
you
not a
don't see
truth.
the
It's
hoes in
half a
what I'm
lie.
telling
It's
you.
half a lie. It's half a lie.
I was listening to the show earlier, and a guy was like, when you first start a relationship, y'all not having sex. I mean, y'all have so much sex every day, right? And then when you guys get in a relationship, it dies down. But are you the same man? Are you that same guy? Are you still putting that same work that you was putting in? Am I still getting wet for the same shit that you? I'm not, because you're not doing the same shit no more, are you? Exactly. So that's the issue. So anyway, my first one is chivalry.
I don't even know. I don't even have no excuse for that, because it's like, you know, like if you are like you said, advertising. I hate that. I don't know no better word to say it though. But if you are like in
false advertising, but continue.
If you are in, because you're trying to win over, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
We have to do better on that. But if you are dating and you know that's something that you're interested, you are interested in that person, and you like to have sex, you need to keep up with your own momentum. You know, like don't start that trend, because we all know how men operate and what type of time they be on. But 5 days a week is a lot.
I mean, true, but
that's it.
But again, when you,
that's a lie.
but they shaking their head. They shaking their head. But ask them how many times they was having sex before that man committed. It's gonna be high, right? But then you get them and that shit slows down.
That's just like if a dude tell you, "Hey, look, I'm an engineer." Everybody on the planet know an engineer work 10 hours out the day. You call this man at 1 o'clock, he off on the Thursday, right? You call him next week, he off on the Tuesday at the same time. You think he an engineer?
I don't give a fuck what he is.
He
But
ain't.
he's a liar. That's
He
what I do
ain't.
know. He's a liar.
But he finessing you.
Man,
You believe
no,
lie.
man, that's a lie. My bad, it's a lie, and it's okay. We tell little white lies all the time, but don't try to cover it up as a fucking finesse.
I'ma
It's
tell
a
you
lie.
right now, for
If
every
I
woman
finesse
in
you,
here-
if I finesse you, if I wanted to finesse you, I'm lying to you. I'm telling you what
No,
I need
if you
to say.
if you
I'm
finesse
telling you
me-
what I need. I'm telling you what I need to say to get what I want from you. It's a lie. Sometimes. Or we're stretching the truth, which is still a lie because it's not the whole truth.
It's the truth.
It's not.
It's the truth. I'm
It's
just not
not.
giving you everything.
My second one is, people hate when I say this, but it's finances. And you have to be financially stable. Because if I'm financially stable as a woman, I can't ask of you what I don't do. If I can take care of myself, if I'm doing well, if I'm well off, why can't you be well off? Why can't I ask of that? If I can pick up and go and have fun, why can't you?
Pick up and go and have fun. Yeah.
I'm saying, why not? I just told you I'm going on a couple trips in the next couple weeks. Why can't my guy join me with that? You feel what I'm saying? That means a lot to me, because say I break my hands tomorrow and I can't do what I do anymore, or say that my business just goes to shits, God forbid. Can my man be able to sustain this household, or take care of these children, or take care of our lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm only asking what I give. You know what I'm saying? So at least do what I do or more.
So I think that's the hesitancy. Like most men, again, like when we getting raised up from young or whatever, like we talking to our uncles, talking to our daddies, talking to our homeboy. Hey, bro, when you get in that relationship, shit gonna die down. Don't get used to what that is. So it's like we hearing that.
Yeah.
And then we finally get in that relationship, right? And we like, no. She, Jasmine is different.
But I think that's on every aspect. Like even with women, as we're courting and we're dating, we hear those same things. Like, girl, don't get comfortable now. He might open up your door now, but baby, when y'all get married, honey, he looking at you to open up your own door. You know what I mean? Like those type of things are like, I think it's on both sides.
Cool. And the last thing is sexually. I need a man to be sexually as good as I am. Because I've come in contact with guys who are freaking perfect, but the sex was just trash. And you cannot be in a relationship with a guy or a woman who you feel like the sex is bad, because in 10 years you're gonna cheat. 5 years you're gonna cheat because you're like, damn, she not giving me what I want. And especially if you want something, because not everyone's the same in bed. I feel like everybody has to find someone sexually equal. Everyone's not sexually the same in bed.
You cool with teaching though?
So here's another thing. I've tried that. There was a guy that I really like. He had everything else, but sex was just horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. It was sorry. And I told him, hey, we need to work on it. And instead of him changing that, it made him like insecure.
Like with y'all, it's more of the sex basis. With us, it's more so how to treat a, not to say how to treat a lady, but you know, like the courting aspect, like always going on when you're
Chivalry.
like, yes, or like when you're dating, like you're always going out on dates, getting to go to new little spots, but the moment that you guys become an item, the date stops.
Shit changes.
the movies are no longer movies. Let's Netflix and chill. Let's just be at the house. Let's just do, like those type of things kind of die down. Like where you're now like you were showing or doing so much with money. Now you stingy on it. Now you want to hold back on it and not want to do as much as what we were doing when you were trying to get with me.
True. Here's a question. Why does what women say they want not actually match with the type of men they entertain? I think that confuses me.
Because we entertain men for all different reasons. We're not all just trying to get married to all of them. So, we can entertain for fun. That's why fun. It's fun. It's fun. I have in the past entertained a lot of different men that I knew I was going to be with from the start because of the experience. They're like, I look at men like countries or cities or vacation. Like I love LA. I love going to LA, but I love going to New York too. So am I gonna, when I want this type of vibe, if I want to go to the boardwalk or something, I'll go to LA. If I want to have a city vibe, I'm going to go to New York. But I like them both the same. I'm not going to just move there and never leave. I'm going to, travel.
Well, I feel like the question should be, why do men match up with women that don't match their standards? Because I literally just said that I have my standards in. Yes, Nigel, what's the question?
Why don't women? Because, man, they like I said earlier, man, they like one thing and they feel they can change the rest over time. That's the real reason why. I don't know why women do that. Men definitely don't do that. If I see one thing wrong that I don't fuck with, I'm
That's
out.
Bullshit. You don't think that's bullshit. You don't think men can be gold diggers too?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. I done encountered a couple.
But that
gold
might not have to do
diggers.
nothing with financially. It could be fucking emotionally or fucking something wrong with your insides that I'm just not fucking with. It don't necessarily have to be like about how much money you make.
That's just like look. No. That's just like if you in here, right? Say there's dudes in here. You got a man. Say you got a man, right? He call you, hey, who all over there? It's just my girl now.
I'm lying, bro. I'm lying.
You
and
lie?
I'll admit that I lied.
You didn't lie though. Because they got girls in here and Nigel was there. You didn't lie. You just didn't say everything that was in the room.
Oh my God.
Am I lying?
Yes.
I'm not lying.
You are telling the partial truth. If you withhold information, that's still a lie.
That's not withholding because
That's
you didn't
withholding
ask all that.
information.
Who is everybody in the room? All you say,
Get your real particular. Come on, bro.
I'm letting you know
Don't
the real.
play with me.
See, that's why
I'm not.
you get finesse. You think you above the system.
No, I'm not above the system. I understand the system, and I know when I'm trying to be finesse, cause I'm a finesser. I get it. I understand the game.
You a finesser?
I understand the game. So, but the game is a lie. It is what it is. It's a selfish game.
A lot of people understand
It's a
the
selfish
game,
game.
but they still get
It's a
finessed.
selfish game, and that's what it is. So if I'm playing the game right now, I'm gonna be honest with myself and say, yeah, I finesse niggas. I lie because I do what I gotta do to get what I want, and that's fine.
You the first one to admit that.
Okay, great. So what?
Okay, so in conclusion, I feel like the reason men are hesitant to settle is because a lot of women lead with what they are unable to sustain. And that's just what it is. Like when we meeting you again, it takes a lot for that man to give up them 5.
You have to take, but see, you have to take.
It takes a lot.
In conclusion, you have to take accountability because I feel like it's on both aspects. I feel like men have their issues as well, and also too because you guys deal with so much. The first time y'all get y'all heart broken, y'all done, and y'all want a dog shit.
But wait, question, real quick, not to cut you off, just a quick question. Who's more pressed to be in the relationship?
Women are.
I'm saying like they like you for their intentions are
But see,
one.
you gotta pay attention to like the type of conversations that I have, the type of questions that he has.
Exactly.
Like when you pay attention to shit like that,
Niggas are bitches
you can know like what they about. As far as like, are they here because you're making $1 million, or are they here because they genuinely fuck with you as a person? You can tell through conversation,
Same
when they
with a
pull
woman.
up. When they pull up, if we just hit the crib, or the only way you're gonna pull up is if we out and we popping bottles, and that shit go both ways, women and
both
female.
ways,
I mean, women and male.
Because women can be gold diggers. So I'm just saying
Right.
Our time clocks are shorter.
True.
We want to have children at a certain age. We don't want to wait too long because that comes with complications and all type of things. So yes, won't say that we press because some women wait till they damn 36
True.
to get in their first marriage or their first relationship. But I like women, we move more with a purpose than y'all do. We have the motive and the purpose to know, like, we're dating with a purpose, we're dating with intent. We wanna make it to the next step. We not out here just trying to do the one night stands and pop off and dop off and do all that extra shit.
Okay, so quick question: if y'all are more pressed, which you admit, to being
Don't
in a
say
relationship,
more pressed. I don't like the way they sound.
I mean, okay, so y'all are more
Intentional.
eager
Intentional.
to be in the relationship,
Intentional.
right? So why would you slack if this was your idea anyway? We was kicking it.
But I don't feel like we slack. I feel like, you think we slack? Am I missing something? I don't feel like we slacking. I don't feel like it's a slack.
Like they placed one of our brains, like kind of like in you. Is crazy. You sound just like, but you like articulate that shit very well. Like,
What?
I hope some. Nah, that was fine.
Okay, yeah. People are rides. People are rides. You get in the car with somebody and you don't know where they're gonna take you. And if the ride is looking good. You go for a while. When it's not, you jump out, you get another car, you go somewhere else. Like, you don't have to. You shouldn't be penalized for not knowing what you want all at the beginning. You figure that out on your different, destinations. Yeah.
And that's what take men so long to commit, cause we just taking that ride, man.
You see what I'm saying? We just taking that ride.
Right.
Waiting for the right car. We waiting for the Bentley Continental or the, see.
Whatever you like. But just because you want a Bentley Continental don't mean you want to ride in a, I don't know, GT or whatever, a Hellcat. That's what they all like.
You might hop in a Honda Accord. I done been in
You
a,
might. I've had some good smoke sessions in some Hondas.
Yeah,
you never know. You never
Geo
know.
Metro.
I just won't get in a van. I don't care. I'm not getting in no van. Period.
We just spoke on false advertisement.
We talked. That's not slacking.
That's
though.
slacking.
That's not really slacking.
If you introduced to me,
But that's okay.
when I met you,
let's
we
keep,
were doing this.
Okay, let's.
When I cuff you, we doing that.
Okay, let's
How's that not slacking?
let's keep a comparison. All right. Okay, man, I'm gonna make a conclusion. Let's keep it a comparison though. When let's just say you an athlete.
Right.
Go out for the team, you trying out.
True.
You gonna run it. You gonna do what you need to do. You gonna get these folk what they want, right?
That's a fact.
When you in the gym, when you're on your games, you showing out for the recruits, you doing whatever you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do some of these niggas not get their deals and throw the ball? They get their money and they like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I got this little whatever meal. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that motherfucker and do what I need to do. I got the money.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
No, so, like I said, I feel like everybody needs to take their own accountability in regards to why men don't commit. Men need to also take their accountability on why they don't commit. True. Because it can be a array of different things.
Right.
But sex isn't like the biggest issue.
So in conclusion, what would you say?
In conclusion of what?
To what we talking about?
Men weren't conditioned to commit. We live in an instantaneous society. Everything is at our fingertips. Women aren't committing honestly either. We commit when we want to, but growing up, men were conditioned to date and do da-da-da-da. Women were conditioned to get married and have a family. We were conditioned for two different lives, and so that's fine. And honestly, truthfully though, to y'all point, men are natural, hunters. Like you guys, are meant to, populate the earth and impregnate women and do all that fun shit.
Yeah.
So it's really not in your nature. Honestly, I don't think to be monogamous fully, but I feel like if you lived in that truth more, instead of trying to manipulate women, knowing that we're emotional, knowing that we're gonna whatever, then it probably wouldn't be such a gender war because of people like you, who think that finessing is not lying and stretching the truth is still the truth and all that extra shit. Just be honest, bro. Women, you'll be surprised how many women will still fuck you just by saying, like, listen, that's what I want. Because honestly, that's the world that we live in right now. It's more out there. Women always did that, but it's more out there now. You know what I mean? But don't lie to me, bro. Like, because if I catch you finessing me over something stupid, like, where you at? And I'm with my bros and it's hella bitches back there. That's stupid. Like, you could have literally just told the truth. And it would have been.
I think a lot of times the reason why a lot of y'all don't commit is because of past trauma from relationships. And y'all scared to make that jump to the next bitch because you don't want to go through the same shit that you did with the first heartbreak that you ever had. Like y'all act like y'all can only have one heartbreak and it's a done dollar.
And I would politely disagree because I would say that from a male perspective, sex is very important.
I don't know, cause sex is important, but I don't
Very
feel like.
important.
But I don't feel like when a man is truly ready to date, that should have been a part of the question. When he's really dating, like really serious on dating, how does he date? Like, why doesn't he settle? Because I feel like when men are seriously ready to date, sex is a factor, but it's not number one. I don't feel like it is.
And see, that's the disconnect.
Or it might be.
That's the disconnect. Because it is.
But I'm saying, like, sex is number one.
It is. Because look, let me explain to you why. Real quick. Let me explain to you why. Because we can have a woman. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's me. Okay, look.
In conclusion, man, why it takes so long for men to commit, man? I just think it comes down to the guy that you're dealing with, and from a man's standpoint, what's gonna make a man commit is the woman that he's dealing with. Are you holding up those standards to a point where, you know, a guy's going to want to commit? Are you doing all the little things? Are you compassionate? Do you know when to raise hell and when to fall back? Do you know how to have a good time? Do you know how to move in different circles? Like all of that. Like those are things I think that a lot of guys look for. Other than the finances, I think majority of the time guys are the one that's financially putting things together for the most part. But I definitely, for me personally, I definitely look for a woman that's ambitious, that has goals. But like I said, it just really comes down to what the woman is going to allow. You know, she dictates, you know, how long the man is willing to deal with it, or how long he's going to be in that relationship. If you saying the right things, then he gonna view you a different way. That's how I look at it.
I think in conclusion, it's just like she said. We guys, we gonna take the ride until, you know what I'm saying, something go wrong, then we gonna hop out. We gonna find another whip till we get to the one we want. But the whole time on the way, we know what we looking for. You know what I'm saying? We know what we looking for. I might just not be in a position to get into that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ride the Accord till I can walk up there and get the F-150. You know what I'm saying?
God. I just think if it takes a man forever to commit, just know you're the wrong woman. And that's my conclusion on that.
In conclusion, fellas, keep your finesse game tight. Leverage your finesse game. Don't commit to nothing that ain't worthy of nothing. And if you a bum out here, look, hey, pretend all you gotta pretend to finesse these women to get them to commit to you. Hey, remember this. A woman will waste 20 years of her life with a bum instead of being with a good man because her friends don't like him. Remember
That was the worst.
The reason that it's important, and I'm gonna give you the mindset of a man, right? We can have a woman that's intellectual. We can have a woman that's pretty, great job, cooks, cleans, does all that. But the sex is trash. Do you feel like that man's gonna stay?
And that's the same with niggas, no. But okay, that's neither here nor there. I don't feel like when I feel like when a man is seriously dating, sex ain't like, that's not like the dagger. Like I feel like this just me. Like I feel like I really don't.
That's the disconnect. Exactly. That's the disconnect.